Hi, it's David Baer, and in this video we're going to be talking about the way that most people market their small business and why the typical customer lifecycle is broken. In fact, this is one of the main reasons why so many businesses fail. So I want to talk about three very specific areas of waste that we see in tons of small businesses out there, and then I'm going to introduce to you a framework that will allow you to recapture some of those lost opportunities and take your business to the next level. So the typical customer lifecycle is basically a three-part approach where as a business, you're going to go out and engage in different activities to attract people to your business. These could be online activities or offline activities. Maybe it's ads to drive traffic to your website. Maybe it's some sort of word of mouth or referral marketing that you're engaging in. And really, it doesn't matter whether your sales process is short or long. Every business engages in some sort of promotional activity to initially engage in getting interest from their prospects. Okay, let's look at an example of how this might play out. So say you invest $1,000 in advertising and about 10 hours of your time to develop new business. And out of those efforts, you get 100 prospects. And from those prospects, you're able to convert 10% of those prospects into customers. So you end up with 10 new customers. Let's say you're not satisfied with 10 new customers, and in fact, you're looking for 20 new customers. Well, what the average business is going to do is they're going to look at how they generated those 10 customers and then make some tweaks to double their investment, double their efforts. For example, instead of investing $1,000, maybe they'll invest $2,000. Or instead of investing 10 hours, maybe they'll invest 20 hours. Or if it took one person to do all of this, why don't they add a second salesperson? Meaning if they double their input, they'll be able to double their output. But what you're about to learn is that there are more efficient, more effective, and less expensive ways to double the number of customers than doubling the amount of money that you're investing or time that you're investing in getting more customers. So before we jump ahead to the ideal customer lifecycle, I want to actually show you three areas where there's a great deal of attrition or waste in most businesses, and then we'll talk about how we can actually fix it all. So the first big area of waste in most small businesses is lost traffic. So that means that you have people coming to your website or that they're hearing about you through their friends or they're responding to ads or postcards they receive. And the thing is that they're not ready to do business with you today. So they come to the website and they leave, or they come into your store and they leave, or they call you up and they ask a question and they get their answer and then they go away. But what if there was a way that when these people stop by our website or in their store or call us on the phone, we're actually able to capture their information and follow up with them so that when they are ready to buy, we are able to be there front and center, ready to start working with them. So this is really the main area where most businesses are seeing a ton of waste, and we're going to address that in just a couple of minutes. All right, so now let's say that we do capture a lead and they go into our sales process. Well, most businesses out there are really, really good at closing on what they might call a hot lead, right? Those who are ready to buy right now. But for everybody else who's not ready to buy, they're typically considered a bad lead. And simply because they're not buying doesn't make them a bad lead. Now, there may be bad leads among them, but ultimately, those are lost opportunities that businesses are not taking advantage of. And it typically takes about 7 or 8 contacts before somebody is ready to do business with you. And the sad thing is that most small businesses, if they do any follow-up at all, only follow up between 2 and 3 times. So what if there was a mechanism in place to actually take care of more of the follow-up so that when those leads who are not ready to buy today, those not hot but not bad leads, right? They are ready and primed to buy from you. Because remember, if they don't have that follow-up from you, the likelihood is that they're either going to go off to your competition or they're just going to forget about this idea altogether and not buy from anybody. And that means that there's more waste, more leads who are just going into the trash that you could be working with if you only had a system to do so. Now, the third area of waste for most businesses, and this is a big one, is lost customers. Now, these are people who are doing business with you who, for whatever reason, decide to get up and leave. And you might think that it's a result of some bad experience, bad customer service, not happy with the product, whatever it might be. But actually, 65% of consumers in a study have said that the reason they left a company was out of indifference. They just didn't have an affinity for doing business with that particular company, or they didn't really feel the love at all. And this is a sad, sad thing, because this is something you can so easily fix. Now, this doesn't apply just to those people being repeat customers, but it also applies to your ability to get referrals out of these people. So what do you do to be able to retain these people? Well, we're going to look at that in just a moment. So instead of rehashing the typical customer life cycle that so many businesses are engaged in, we're going to take a look at the ideal customer life cycle. So customer life cycle marketing is a framework that we use with our clients' businesses to help them avoid wasted traffic, wasted leads, and loss of customers. There are three distinct phases inside of customer lifecycle marketing. The first is the process of attracting people to your business. Then there's the process of selling. And finally, there's the process of wowing them. So the first phase of the customer lifecycle marketing is the attract phase. And there are three components here. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to identify your target market. So who are the best customers, the people that you should be out there attracting? And a good way to figure this out is to look at the customers who you've already attracted and see what they might have in common, or who those customers are who you enjoy working with the most. And you want to get really, really clear about who it is you're targeting. Now, the second thing we're going to do is we're going to make a little bit of a shift as we're attracting interest so that we're not losing traffic. And so what we do is we're going to identify the ways and the places that we can offer our target market a little incentive to give up their contact information. So it's something that we call a lead magnet. And it's basically something that you offer them in exchange for them giving you their contact information. So you'll, on your website or even in your place of business, you'll offer a lead magnet, that thing of value that matters to that target market that you've defined. And in exchange, they'll provide their name, maybe their email address, and possibly even their phone number. And this makes sure that we're not just having people come and visit the website and then go into the trash bin. Of course, this is a very high-level overview of the attract phase. So now we're going to move into the sell phase of the lifecycle marketing. And this is where we're going to avoid losing leads that we've been losing before. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a follow-up system that specifically focuses on those leads who are not hot leads yet, so that remember that they're possibly going to be buying in the future as long as you stay on top of them. And so what we're going to do is we're going to create an automatic follow-up system to drip to those leads that we've just captured in the attract phase. And this might consist of some emails, maybe a reminder to you that you need to reach out by phone, could be an SMS message to them, any number of different ways so that we can hit that average of 7 or 8 touches that's necessary to get that person moving forward in the buying process from you. And this is going to allow you to avoid a lot of waste in this area of sales. Now, it's not reasonable to think that we're going to be able to convert everybody who we reach out to 7 times. And so for the people who don't convert into customers right away, we'll have a longer-term nurture program where we're going to continue to stay in touch with them over the long haul so that they don't forget about us, and when they are ready to buy, that they remember that we're here to provide the product or the service that they were after originally. Now, when we do finally convert somebody to becoming a customer, we want to make sure that we don't lose them. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to set up a system that is designed to wow them, to really impress them, to make them really feel like they're being taken care of. And this can take any number of forms. One of the best ways to do it is to have a simple onboarding system where you welcome them into your community and you help them achieve success with the thing that they've just paid for. But it might also be a traditional or slightly less traditional thank you outreach. Might be sending them something in the mail, might be taking them out to dinner. Regardless of what you include in your WOW system, by engaging in this process, you're going to develop a customer who wants to buy from you, wants to buy more from you, and is more likely to refer other people to you as well. So now we've looked at the ideal customer lifecycle marketing framework, the attract phase, the sell phase, and the wow phase. And you're probably thinking, well, this is great, but how the heck am I going to install all of this in my business? I'm too busy already. And so I'd like to invite you to reach out to our team who specializes in helping businesses like yours get up and running with customer lifecycle marketing. Below this video, there's a link to our calendar. Go ahead and click on it, schedule a call with a member of our team, and we look forward to seeing how we can help you generate more revenue by installing the ideal customer lifecycle framework in your business.